Hello Gemini, welcome to the Singing Butterfly Tarot. I've decided to start this channel. I'm glad that you are joining me for your first reading with me. I feel like I have been studying tarot for a few years now, and I don't really have them memorized. I don't have them stuck in my brain, so I want to change that. So I've decided to start this channel to help me better become afflicted with the cards. I have an awful memory, so as of now I will be using the tarotguide.com to help me out a bit. I use a lot of oracle cards too, so you get a good mix of everything. Just channeling messages, you know, as somebody who is open to accepting those messages. If I refer to something as masculine or feminine, don't get too caught up on the energies. You could definitely be either or. However you're seeing the picture, I am reading for Gemini, so I will try to connect to what I am feeling Gemini could be. But if you are feeling like it's more vice versa, don't worry about it. Feel free to flip it around. However it resonates, however it sits for you. If this is your story, you'll know it when you hear it. I'm going to start off with a little meditation session with my moonstone here. So we're going to start off with that. I was meditating a little bit on your energy, Gemini, and I did kind of do a little shuffle on Spotify for you to see what kind of energy am I getting with you. And the song that came on was Casey Musgrave's Oh What a World. So it feels very much in tune with magic. I don't know, or maybe it's like coming to this realization that there is magic all around you, and maybe you kind of felt this way because maybe you met somebody, maybe you're in this honeymoon state of just, oh wow, this world really is magical. If it can make somebody as wonderful as you, it's just, this world is full of magic. So I don't know if that is how you're feeling, but that is what I am sensing. Got a jumper. Got it. Okay. So let's go ahead. It's a little strange. So far I've done Aries and Taurus, and theirs were both very warm and very real, very here on earth, but this one doesn't feel here on earth at all. It feels a lot higher up. I'm talking space. I just see somebody, it's so classic, sitting on a crescent moon, whatever they're wearing. I'm not really even giving them a gender in my head. They're just sitting on the moon, and it's just like their clothes are kind of flowing there. Just feeling, I guess, above it all. Starting to feel a little narcissistic when I put it that way, but it does feel a little more at peace about it. Like at least that person is at peace with that thought of, okay, I am above it all. This is a fact of life. This is, you know, they're just very calm about it. This doesn't seem off to them. So somebody who is a rule breaker, definitely, in my head. You know, I guess in my vision so far, it's been very here on earth. So for this particular energy to have broken that and moved to a whole new brilliant picture, you know, I just saw black, I just saw the crescent moon, somebody sitting there, little sprinkles of stars around them, very at peace. and just, but at the same time restless. So you're just sitting there, restless, looking over, analyzing. There's always something to analyze. I don't know who that's for. Okay. I'm gonna close that up. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's get some cards on the board. I don't know why I was feeling the Mermaid Tarot. So please, Spirit, give me the general energy for Gemini going into January 2020, please. General energy of Gemini. General energy that will reach Gemini's ears. What is their general energy going into January? Pardon. Well, justice spun out. It just needed to be out. Usually if I flip it like that on accident, it will, like I won't take it. I'll try to flip it back into the deck before I see it, but I saw it. So it's meant to be seen. So justice. Let's go ahead. So with this, justice, karmic justice, consequences, legal disputes, law, truth, honesty, integrity, cause and effect, life lessons. Let's see, so maybe you are a lawyer, maybe you're somebody who is close to the law. Justice, maybe you're just somebody who's very strongly opinionated. For this month going into January, you are feeling very much like you have justice. Let's see. I'm going to read what this actual Mermaid Tarot book has to say because I really like it. It's very descriptive towards these actual cards. So let's go ahead. When the scales offer us a chance to learn something important, we should take notice. The information being presented to you right now will not only benefit you where you are, but also may prove useful wherever you may find yourself in the future. The past cannot be changed. Your future is being forged right now in front of the scales of karmic balance. Think carefully about what kind of world you want to live in once the problem or situation has finally been dealt with. The past cannot be changed. Like I said, very accepting. Like when this person, when I was meditating on you guys before with the music and just listening to the songs, just felt like, you know, very accepting of magic. And then in my meditation with the moonstone, it's like very accepting of being above it, you know. So it's just like very accepting of, this is the justice that I was served in this lifetime. I'm going to learn to love it no matter what. No matter what. Okay, sorry about that. Let's take care of something. Also, this could indicate maybe you have some Libra in your chart. Just want to mention that. And there's a sword on this side, and there's two scrolls on this side. So maybe it's like knowledge over strength, physical strength, you know, mental versus physical. And having a good balance of both, yeah. So I want to just say one more time, maybe it's like accepting the possibility of magic and spirituality and just becoming more open to it, possibly. And it looks very protected. I like that a lot. Very protected with the sea anemone and the little clownfish right there. Maybe it's like some kind of imbalance has been corrected. Let's see. So I do want to pull one card for your partner's energy. A card for your partner's energy. Gemini's partner's energy, please. The person that they think of the most. This person in their head that they just, when they think of them, nobody else seems to matter. Who is this person? Allow me to tap into the general collective energy of Gemini's person. Gemini's person, who they think of the most. Who, when I spoke of this person, is the first person that they thought of. Two of Swords, so some kind of tough decision being made here. Possibly some kind of competition picking up. You see two pretty young men here battling. This one seems to be more attuned to maybe an aquatic, like it seems like scales right here. I'm so sorry, I cannot speak. You got it. So let's see, Two of Swords. And it looks like they're not even like, you know, really sword battling. It's like more like they're fencing. They're both grinning very proudly. Like it's a little bit fun. This competition's fun. But the upright meaning actually is a truce, sitting on the fence, crossroads, painful choices, as I was saying, being torn between two relationships. Divided loyalty, being caught in the middle, denial, blindness, inability to see the truth, avoidance, blocked emotion. So this person feels very closed off, almost like when they kind of think of you, it's like they think of it kind of like a game, or it's too much of a painful decision for them to actually make, so they instead just block it out. I want to do the books read because they will explain more so on this particularly, this image. There we go. Pardon me. So there are two sides to your current dilemma, each one wanting time and space to argue its case. The question is, can you release your need to be right and open a non-judgmental space for these two ideas, thoughts, and options to plead their case? Take a lesson from our friends in this card. Sparring can be useful. It can move energy, strengthen muscles you never knew you had, and build strength and confidence. All very good qualities to have when making a decision. So maybe they're playing it out because they want to make the right decision. Playing it more like a game, being a little more detached about it. They are exercising their mental, their mental energy when it comes to you. I want to get a little more information about both of you. I usually start off with these, so I'm not sure why I ended up starting with the Mermaid Tarot on this one. But now I'm really curious because I want to see how they're conflicting with the tarot right here. Pardon me. This cold will not leave me alone. Okay. please have Gemini's energy for the month of January going into 2020? Can I please have Gemini's energy for the current month of January going into 2020? Oh, I bent one of my little cards. Ooh. We're not taking it. It was 2, and I really just need 1. I just need 1, Spirit. Thank you. It was Evil Spirit, if you're curious. Please, Spirit, can I have Gemini's energy for 2020? I just need 1 card. 1 card, please. Y'all really don't want to talk, huh? Y'all are like, justice is served. That's it. Go home. Everybody go home. I got my justice. Maybe you got justice in this decision, whatever this decision was. Maybe you moved. Maybe it was a job. Maybe it was just a decision about a partner. Maybe there were 2 decisions, and maybe you feel like you got the justice in this, but the other person, it was painful. Ooh, okay. We did get 2. I'm gonna take them both. Just because it took so long for you to finally speak. So we've got the Crow Spirit here. Co-create with Spirit. And the Deer Spirit. Bring a gentle touch. And this is 17. Break it down to an 8. We've got 18. Break it to a 9. 8 and 9. Alright, let's read these bad boys. They're right next door to each other. That's okay. So, Crow Spirit. As you look around you, can you sense the magic that pulses through the world? I'm telling you, you're believing, you're tuning in, you're curious. I feel like you're very curious now. Have you witnessed how every thought can become a thing? How every intention can call the universe into action as the sacred laws shape what you experience. The universe works in perfect order. What you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with Spirit, you will want to crow with delight, feeling the excitement and wonder of being in harmony with something much larger than yourself. I feel it. And maybe that vision too, I'm just thinking back on it because I feel like I put more of a darker light on it, like it was a little narcissistic, like I'm above you, but at the same time it feels like a private kind of like a private session with Spirit. It's like when you close your eyes, that's where you kind of ended up, and you just accepted it because you got away from everything, but you still were able to look at everything and analyze everything and do the things you love to do, but you were more calm and at peace. So Crow Spirit says that you are you're right on target now to see your dreams magically come into being in the visible world. The laws of abundance, compensation, frequency, and praise are operating in your favor now. Remember to be grateful and praise what is yours, even if it is still coalescing into form, still residing in the invisible realms of co-creation. No matter what area of your life you're concerned with now, what you hope for is on its way, for Spirit is your co-creation partner. And I don't know if you guys can see, but There's a lot of beautiful colors here. Okay, I'm so sorry about that, guys. I did have somebody stop by. It feels like with this video, I, comparatively with the others, I was able to just like really fluidly finish them, but with this one I keep getting interruptions, so I'm just wondering if maybe that's how you're feeling a little bit. You keep getting interruptions. So as we were going into this one, co-create with spirit. All right, let's go into dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. Okay. The time has come to be gentle and diplomatic when dealing with others. You might have found yourself in a situation where negotiations are necessary in order to reach your goal, a decision, possibly, it's painful for somebody. I don't want to even say you. That's why I feel like you are getting this card, because you're reminding yourself to be gentle in the midst of maybe you kind of want to detach. You want to say, I've gotten my justice here. I'm going forward with my life, and I am able to balance my own mental and physical being. But this reminds you to be gentle. Be a little bit gentler when negotiations are necessary. Be mindful of the words you choose, but do not worry. Dear Spirit reminds you that you have the ability to be sure-footed and confident while showing humility and respect for others. You will find that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. Follow the way of dear spirit and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. Remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful at this time than putting your own first. If you do that, you will be rewarded tenfold. And maybe how it was so forceful of how, like I have shuffled this deck many times, so the fact that these are right next to each other and they still ended up landing very much stuck to each other in a sense, like, and Crow was on the front, so it's like if you really want to have this powerful relationship with spirit and reach your highest good, you have to be gentle and make sure everybody around you is reaching the highest good here, not just you. So let's go into this other person, this special person of yours, special person of Gemini's, please. Please, Spirit, can you give me a little more information about the energy of this special person that Gemini cannot stop thinking about? This special person that Gemini cannot stop thinking about. Just the first person that they think of when they think of a special person in their life. A special person. Special person in Gemini's life. And I'm just staring at this Two of Swords too and just really trying to tap in. I don't know why I feel like this person is more so like on the right side, that white-haired energy. I really feel this one. I feel this one. The cow spirit. The miracles are endless. All right. You are at a beautiful point in life today. For your needs are being met effortlessly and in so many ways. Fully embrace this truth by focusing on all you have right now, including the positive relationships that sustain you, the work you are proud to do to contribute to the world, and the activities that inspire you and nourish your soul. Cow Spirit nudges you to pay attention because this is the perfect time to focus on the choices, actions, and behaviors that you know feed your soul and bring your heart contentment. Now is also the time when you will see many of your projects and commitments that were set in motion in the past begin to yield valuable gifts that will bring you joy and love and sustain you for a long time to come. Stay positive and share your well-being with others. The more you share, the more you will manifest, so be generous. Cow Spirit promises you will never run out of miracles. Fully embrace this truth by focusing on what you have right now. They do seem very focused on the here and now. A little bit different from you here when you're kind of feet off the ground over here. Positive relationships, like I said, like this card, it's like they're smiling. It's almost as if they're friends. It just feels like you are learning that you are better off having more positive relationships than negative ones, than having enemies. Nobody really wants enemies at the end of the day. Really focusing on yourself, sitting with yourself. It's kind of like sitting with yourself and deciding which miracles you're going to be pulling in, which miracles you would really resonate with and you really need right now. Maybe they see you as a miracle, or maybe you see them as a miracle. Let's go ahead and get into some more feelings of each other. I want to know. I already want to know. How does Gemini feel for this person? How does Gemini feel about this special person in their life? When they think of them, how does it make Gemini feel? Please, Spirit. That one wanted to jump. Please, Spirit, let me know, inform me of what it is. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, the Magician in reverse. Yeah, maybe the decision was you feel like you don't have all the tools. Maybe you pulled back. You felt like you weren't completely ready to move forward with this decision. You had everything around you, but at the end of the day, something was holding you back. Can I get some clarification before I do go into removing completely? The Five of Cups, leaving. I want to say leaving, walking away. Let's go ahead and triple check. Sorry, I did walk away, so I'm getting my cups in order. My ducks in a row. The Magician. Okay, so in reversed, we have manipulation, greed, unused ability, untrustworthiness, trickery, cunning, lack of mental clarity. Okay. Can indicate that you need to be more open and honest with your partner about your needs and desires. If you're tempted to try and manipulate your partner to get what you want, don't. Honesty will get you much further than trickery. It can also indicate that partner/lover who appears to be trustworthy may be using their influence over you to manipulate you for their own selfish reasons. If you're single, it could indicate that you're becoming too cynical about your love and your future love life and feeling like you will never attract anyone good in your life. And this, okay, so I'm seeing two different ones. So it's like For those of you that are in a relationship or were in, because I am feeling like there's all this negative energy kind of pushing you two apart. So I do feel like it's not really like you're on terms of speaking right now. And it was just because there was too much manipulation everywhere. It was either that, there was manipulation that left you feeling like you didn't have anything around you. Like you didn't have any tools to move forward. It just left you feeling very stuck, high and dry. Whatever decision, maybe it was the decision to walk away. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Just left you feeling very high and dry. And then for those of you that are single, you've just become very cynical about maybe a past decision. And when you think of them, like I kind of heard, ooh, like, not to get onto cow, but just like, you know, like, oh, you fucking cow, like they like, and then this, it's like you just think of them and think of all these games and manipulation, and you just get a very nasty taste in your mouth when you think of them being single. So that's why it's like reminding you to be gentle with yourself. Be gentle and forgiving of yourself. Find your own personal justice to move forward. But let's see, and then with the 5 of Cups, so it's like maybe it was the decision to abandon something. Sadness, loss, grief. Sadness, loss, grief, despair, abandonment, guilt, remorse, regret, trauma, mourning, heartbreak, unwelcome change, emotional instability, focusing on loss, focusing on negative emotions, isolation, loneliness, emotional baggage, divorce, separation, anger, disappointment. So I'm seeing 2. I'm seeing 2 again. Like an unwelcome change. Like, you know, you didn't want to have to walk away, but after feeling so fucking stuck all the time, and just like, you know, you should feel so powerful. Like, this is such a powerful card when it's upright. You have all the tools, you have everything you need, but it's like you just continue to let yourself get stuck with this not so great energy. You felt maybe abandoned by this person. I am getting that. I'm seeing a mask here in the water, and it's like she's rethinking something. Maybe this really tough decision that they had to make. Maybe it was to walk away. After the mask was gone, she can see clearly now. She's looking around her. Is this, I don't know if this is an earring here and a necklace, or if it's like a broken part of the necklace, maybe. Like, I'm just feeling a lot of loneliness, disappointment, anger. And that goes for the singles and for somebody in a relationship. Either somebody disappointed you, or just love in general has disappointed you and you've cut yourself off of it. If you're still in a relationship, I want to say maybe you're just currently thinking about it. Maybe you're finally getting justice for something that you assumed you didn't have all the keys to, but you actually realize that you did, or you're realizing it, and now you're feeling some kind of guilt for like ever thinking any less of this person. Alright, I'm gonna move along here. I want to go into, how does this person think about you? Alright, how does this person think about Gemini? How does this person that they think of so fondly think of Gemini? How do they feel about them? Please, clear, concise messages, Spirit. Clear, concise. Ooh, right into my lap. Oh, I got 2. Wow. Oh, wow. Aha, we got a Justice. Another reappearance of Justice. You make them feel like there's some sort of justice here. Maybe there was a third party. Oh, I'm getting a third party. And that's why I'm just seeing the wings. I'm seeing just her general beauty. I mean, some sort of decision here. 2 people. And they see you, you know, as somebody who made that call, made that justice call. You served the justice that was meant to be, and maybe now you did make the right decision here. Or at least they feel like you did. They are happy with your decision too. Maybe it was just the person who is going through this painful thing is the third party. Knave of Wands. Ooh, passionate. Very passionate. Could be someone with very long hair. This hair, while it kind of looks black maybe on the screen, it's actually very blue in person. And the shoes falling off, just holding each other. Alright, so Knave of Wands, what do we got? Good news, swift news, letters, phone calls, word of mouth. Fresh, cheerful, childlike, fun, playful, active, optimistic, full of energy, bright ideas, new exciting plans, creativity, lovable rogue, charismatic, free-thinking, confident, intelligent, extroverted, fearless, rushing into things, finding your passion. So, so that could be how they see you, or that's just how you make them feel. You make them feel very passionate. You make them feel very like they need to have fun, fresh, childlike, playful. You guys definitely have your fun. You're Gemini. I feel like Geminis definitely know how to have fun when the time is right. With Justice here, like, I'm just hearing that you guys have really wonderful, deep conversations that just can go on and on because of how communicative you are. Oh no. Let's not do this, no. And do that. We're in the salt. So just like very passionate, like you can see like they're not even like looking at each other because they are just that wrapped up in passion. And I just really see that they see you as this justice energy, especially since it did come up for your energy before. That's why I'm so strongly associating it with you, and especially this is when they think of you, this is how they see you, and it's very realistic. It's very realistic. They see you for what you really are. You're struggling here, like why you're struggling so much here with whatever decision it was that was to be made. Maybe you did make a hard decision just for both of you. Maybe it was something about a home. You know, you had to make the call for some reason or not. You had to make the call. And maybe you did kind of worry, maybe you felt a little manipulative about making that call, and you wanted to just walk away from it and say no, but this very fiery energy, I feel like they wouldn't let you do that. What else? So for singles, if you are single, I am seeing that this Knave of Wands, maybe you are going to meet somebody that you're going to have, like, I don't know, I'm feeling like a quick fling with. I really don't see anything super committing, just because it is a Knave of Wands, it is a Page, they still are, it's very childlike, it's very not serious, as I'm hearing. It's just it's too freeze to be held down, and it is worrisome that this person might be so childish or childlike that it is making you kind of return back to your patterns of like fear of things working out. Like, oh no, I don't have all the right tools, I'm not ready to date, I'm not ready. But you are, and you could have so much fun with this person if you just let yourself, if you just gave in and had a little bit of fun, and remind yourself what dating is all about. Remind yourself that it's taking chances, taking these chances. Travel, outdoor adventure. Like, they are outdoors. They are sleeping together outdoors. A lot of these cards are. That's why it didn't really stick out to me so suddenly. Making up sessions. So yeah, it's just very childlike and up in the air, and maybe it's making you doubt something. It's making you kind of want to abandon ship, possibly. But they're seeing you as just as like, this is maybe what they feel they deserve. Or maybe it's like the initial excitement, the initial playfulness of everything is wearing off, and you're wondering if you're suited. If you do believe the relationship is worth holding on to, don't get clingy with your partner during this phase, as it will kill the attraction between you. Instead, make time for your own interests, to give yourself and your partner a little bit of space to miss each other. When you do see your partner, try to take it back to the basics, flirt with them, tease each other. It will reignite the spark. And maybe after this decision was made, there was this kind of moment of dull or stagnation there that was very lingering, very cold, and it's gonna take a lot of getting back to fun to change that, and to make sure that this isn't so serious that it's like the attraction's not even there anymore. Like you're killing all the fun. And I don't know, I just want to remind you, like, just don't take a knave seriously. Like, unless you have a fucking king in front of you, I'm sorry, but don't entertain that until they are ready, until they are a king or queen presenting themselves to you. So I'm going to go ahead and say, what does... Oops, I dropped one. These just want to flip out. I'm seeing healing. I'm actually not going to do those. I feel like I usually ask a few more questions on this. Where are we at? 43? Okay, kids. Let's just do some advice real quick. Advice from the angels. Angels answers, please. Can I get some advice here? A little bit of advice here for this connection moving forward, January 2020. romance. And maybe I'm hearing with romance here, it's not even about believing in magic anymore. It's like actually believing in romance. It's actually taking romance serious again and realizing that it could be a really beautiful part of your journey if you just allow it. Some kind of justice is going to be brought to you in January. Some kind of justice. I don't know what kind of justice, but you just feel very like you've gotten everything you've deserved at this time. And that's just it. Tell me more, please. Can I get a little bit more advice for this connection? Advice for this connection? And then I'm going to pull a little bit more tarot. No. Oh my God. It actually just came back to me. Last night I was actually meditating again on your energy. Because I've been meaning to do this one for a day or so now. So I've just been sitting on your energy. And I saw twins. I saw two twins, and they were in a forest. And maybe I've been watching too much Riverdale, but it seemed like it was kind of like Jason and Cheryl a little bit. Very playful, but it's like best friends. Very much best friends. Whoever these twins are, they're best friends. And they're just wandering around these woods and kind of like on a quest kind of deal, but I'm driven towards, there's a stone in the ground, and it kind of looks like black obsidian, possibly a little piece of stone in the ground, and they pick it up, and on the bottom of it, it just says no. So I don't know who that's for, but it's for somebody. It's definitely just a no. Maybe what it'll take for you to believe in magic and romance again is letting go of this, whatever painful decision you had to make. It was for the greater good. It is justice being served here. It's time to move forward. Believe in miracles. Miracles could bring you in. Possibly, yes, they could be a Knave of Wands at this time. Allow them maybe some time to grow. Just even believing at all that something is possible, believing at all that something like romance and love is possible, just opening that door will be very important for you in January. Just returning to a spirituality, I believe. You want to believe facts, you want to believe solid information. But sometimes things can't be explained. Perfect timing. And I want to say with co-create with spirit, perfect timing. They know what's going on. They know what your highest good is. I do just want to pull some more tarot form. All right. What do Gemini need to release in the month of January? What do Gemini need to release in the month of January? What do Gemini need to release in the month of January? What does Gemini need to release in the month of January? Oh. 9 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles. Feeling heavy. 9 of Wands. They do seem very close to each other here. A lot of birds. There's a goat here. ongoing battle weary, drained of energy, nearly there, close to success, courage, persistence, perseverance, backbone, learning from past failure, gathering your strength, fight your corner, last stand, guarded, wounded, expecting trouble, holding out, not working out as planned, setbacks, strength of will. So it could indicate you or your partner have been going through a rough time, whether that's in how you relate to each other or just life in general. Recent events have left you sapped of all energy. Like I'm saying, something about this decision, maybe you didn't even make the decision, maybe it was them, maybe that's why it's on their side, but you remind them that it was meant to be. It's justice. You may feel like giving up and calling it quits, but this card tells you to keep going. You are through the worst, so you just need to gather your strength and push forward, and you will get to where you want to be. Maybe you've been wounded or hurt in past relationships, and this may be having a negative effect on your relationship. So that's what you need to release. There it is. Being wounded and hurt in past relationships, and this is having a negative effect on your relationship, or just your outlook in general of being single. Like, you don't want to, you keep wanting to tell yourself you don't have enough. Doubt here, all this doubt here, that you don't have enough to actually, like, maybe start a relationship. Like, why are you telling yourself this? It's not true. If you're single, it didn't work out how you wanted, and these wounds are preventing you from finding the happy and healthy relationship you deserve. I'm hearing that very strongly. Justice, you deserve. Miracles are endless. Co-create with spirit. Be gentle with yourself. Why are you telling yourself these things? It may feel like you will never get past this, but you are so close. Don't give up on yourself. Just make sure the next person you allow into your life is worthy of your love, and guard your heart until they've earned your trust. Perfect timing. And with that, no. And the thing with the no, and what is coming back to all the meditative sessions of the no, is in that vision, they saw the no and they laughed. They set it down, and they kept on walking. But it wasn't like a rejection of a rejection of the no. Like, it was of course. Like, it was acceptance. And like, it's like acceptance of magic, acceptance of love, of letting love in, letting go of these past traumas. Just accepting that sometimes, whatever this decision was, maybe you did have to say some no to somebody, and it really hurt, and it's just felt like an ongoing battle. You do feel persistent, though. Like, you're not gonna, like, let yourself down. Don't let yourself down. So release feeling wounded. Learn from your past failure. Maybe release having such a strong connection to wanting an outcome. Okay, so let's go on to 3 of Pentacles here. Very beautiful. Okay. So apprenticeship, learning, studying, growing, work hard, commitment, building on success, collaboration, teamwork, determination, goals, dedication, quality, attention to detail, tradesperson, achievements, recognition, reward, hard work paying off, effort, and motivation. So yeah, it's like actually, yeah, getting your justice, getting your perfect timing, getting your romance, getting this passion back, getting what you deserve. And what do you need to release? You know, if you release holding on to all these wands on your back, or just hold on a little bit longer, it will all be worth it. That's what I'm getting to. Hard work paying off. That you may seek help of a relationship counselor. Let's see. You're committed to the relationship and are putting the effort to make things work. Yeah, maybe making that decision to stay even and to put in that work because you realized, oh, I actually do have all the tools I need to make this work. So many messages. It's insane. It's insanity when you start really tapping into it. If your relationships are relatively new, it could represent a time in the relationship where you're learning all about each other and figuring out how to share your lives with each other. Can indicate someone you liked has noticed you too. It can also mean that you may meet a potential partner through work or study. And I also am just getting with this, like, again, like releasing that need to have a reward. This is a reward card. So it's like just releasing that expectation of I'm going to get a reward out of this instead of like realizing it could be a lot more fun. A lot more fun than that if you allow it. Okay, we're at 57 minutes here. So I am going to pull one real quick. I'm just going to pull off the top. What do they need to welcome in? Ooh, the Tower reversed. So I'm getting, you're avoiding this tower, a tower moment in your life. Maybe you're avoiding the decision. Maybe that's why you're trying to kind of abandon ship. You don't want to say no. What do you need to welcome in? Yeah, I believe you need to welcome in this tower. Avoiding loss, avoiding tragedy, resisting change is a huge one too, I'm hearing. Resisting change. Knowing something's over, you're avoiding actually ending it for fear of pain it will bring. You may think you can paper over the cracks, but this would be like pulling a band-aid on a gunshot wound. You need to face facts and understand that as long as you hold on to something that is broken, you're preventing yourself from moving on to something better. Telling you to not try and get the relationship back to the way it was previously. Your relationship has changed because it needed to. You can't go back. You can't go back. I'm just thinking of her face here. She's thinking hard. So hard. Like, was this the right thing? Was this the right thing? But you can't go back. Co-create with spirit. Trust spirit. You have to trust spirit. If you're single, can indicate you have avoided a disastrous relationship with someone who was possibly dangerous, abusive, or violent. Could indicate that you're planning or completely avoiding dealing with a traumatic or painful breakup. Maybe something a little repressed that you need to go into and be gentle with yourself and get the justice you deserve. Finally, while you may think this approach is easier than facing up to what you've been through, it is actually stopping you from moving on with your love life. Let the tower in, love. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to have a tower moment, but they're necessary. They're so necessary to change. What I just think of television and writing in general, characters, and it's like good characters are the ones that you really see change right before your eyes. You know, those are the ones that you remember. change. Alright, I am pulling from the Fairy Oracle, and I am asking Spirit to please tell me outcome. Give me an outcome card. I will be pulling it with another. 23. Break it down to a 5. She's a little goblin fairy, whichever, wearing a bunch of beads, handkerchief, striped crazy socks. They look kind of like tulips to me. Number 5. I always think of freedom when I think of the number 5. Tribe. Oh, whoops. I went to 5. The Collector. So that's why he's wearing all of these things here. A tiny puka peeks out from the leaves of a tulip. Something shiny has caught his eye. He wears shiny baubles around his neck and has a long feather tucked in his magnificent hairdo. A heavy cloth bears the weight of the pouch at the side of his hip. He wears only one shoe. Is this because he collected only one? The Collector knows what he wants to own. If he has come to you, be on the lookout for your next edition. Choose wisely, make sure this is something you desire, and above all, don't lose your shoe. So I'm just sensing your outcome, being a lot smarter about what you are actually actively pulling into your energy field. So it's like this change is necessary for you to finally realize that it is up to you and what you want to bring in. It's all about what you desire and what you want to bring in. So if this was a really painful situation for you and it was a really bad breakup and it was a tower moment that you wanted to avoid, and you felt really weakened by it, you felt very suppressed. I hate the Magician in reverse. It just is such a lack of power when the power is actually there. It drives me crazy. So to feel powerless in a situation, to the point of abandonment or guilt. So before we leave, we're at 1 hour and 2. We're going to pull more outcome, please. It is hard to move forward when you're dragging a truckload of baggage behind you, so deal with it and let go. That's from the tarotband.com. Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. See this person, they're very in tune with themselves, with their own time. It feels very like they decided that this is the time they wanted to pour into themselves. You can see the dragonfly wings here. I believe dragonflies symbolize knowledge. Take a power nap. Be gentle with yourself. Find balance so that you may learn to love and believe in magic again. Can I please get a couple more? All right. Motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. Finding balance will allow you to get more motivation. Taking a power nap. Hello. Purity. Always trust the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within you will find the answer to your question. And look, these are both very young girls. I mean, a lot of the cards in here are, but I just feel all this childish. Maybe it's like something you need to go back into your childhood and kind of really work on these childhood. Maybe there's something in your childhood that's still painful to you, still makes you feel weak. Co-create with spirit, be gentle with yourself. Remind yourself that maybe you did have to make a hard decision. Maybe somebody around you had to make a hard decision, and it didn't really make you feel strong. It made you feel weak. And you have to remind yourself that you have pure intention. You do have pure intention. If you find your balance, finding your balance will gain your motivation. It's just they all connect. And really, it's just I feel them connecting off of this. Find balance. Once you find balance, it's all there. Wisdom. Full circle, baby. We got the owl. Feeling some Athena energy here. More wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Of course you have, Gemini. Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. The answer's inside of you. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Alright, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope to see you again in my next reading for you, Gemini. Thank you.